Welcome everyone, episode 11. And definitely, if you are a South African supporter, you have had some wonderful humble pie this weekend. What a disaster! And obviously, if you're a New Zealand supporter, what a way to wake up on a Sunday morning watching the All Blacks. Yeah, not just beat but humiliate the Springboks. 33 points to 16. Yeah, what happened, Peter? Obviously, the atmosphere, you were at the game, it looked pretty wild. Um, how was it there at the stadium?
Yeah, look, no, it was something else. I think there were so many goosebump moments. Just ignoring the rugby, even for now, the haka was just insane. The anthems, all of it, the double flyover, the two
Oh,
planes,
yeah,
everything. You really felt. I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time, but you can feel the history and watching the All Blacks there, having beaten them there in '95. It was unbelievable. Ellis Park is just different gravy. Bakkies Botha wandered past Furida Prayer, like it was old box
Lovely.
everywhere. Just casually walking through, not in boxes or anything, just sitting in the stands. Quite incredible. Unfortunately, the first half I thought was fantastic, but I am fuming about that second half. We had a lot of New Zealanders sitting around us,
mm,
and they definitely let us hear
at
it.
the time of their life.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But congratulations to them. I think they were very good and deserved winners. We got our asses handed to us. I don't know what Coach Flippy thinks about that.
Mm,
We'll get to
But
that. We'll get to that.
yeah, I thought the first half I thought we were so good, but we didn't take our chances. I was a bit frustrated with the referee for allowing them to have 4 penalties on their try line and nothing happens from it. There's no yellow card, there's no penalty try. Again, we should have taken our chances and we didn't score. But very frustrating. I think it could have been a different game then. And I don't know what I don't know what hairdryer treatment he gave them at halftime, but that second half from New Zealand, they absolutely killed us.
yeah,
They didn't lose a scrum in the second half. I don't know what changed from us
Mm,
absolutely
option
clubbing
C
them in the scrums. Yeah,
was taken
yeah.
off.
totally. But no, I thought it was embarrassing, I'll be honest, at the end.
Yeah,
When
but
Kobus Reinach got his yellow, I was genuinely so pissed off. Well, I don't know what
yeah,
you think, Flippy.
Where to begin? It's going to be a long rant from me. Coach Flippy is not
Tell
going to
him.
hold back.
yeah, the coach is gonna
Yeah.
is gonna remove players even if they're playing their 100th game.
Yeah. But let's start with the positive. There were surprisingly positives. Jasper Wiese, he made the number 8 his position that game. He was unbelievable. The one ball he let loose or dropped it before scoring, that's the one thing I think he did wrong. The rest, he was perfect. I can't fault him for it. Cheslin Colby, so yet again, stepping up, kicking. He was brilliant, tackling, running, jumping in the air. Same old Cheslin. I think he limped off the end, but hopefully he can have a quick recovery. Damian Willemse, he just showed us again he was the king of the air
The
game.
high ball.
On the
Oh,
high
wait.
balls, he was brilliant. You can't fault him for it. So he made it his own. Malcolm Marks also had put in a good show. And yeah, the first half was actually very good. We kept them in their half for most of the half. I think they had one or two, three, a few
Jordan's,
chances in our
I
half.
think we were
And the
leading,
rest,
half
yeah,
time.
1 point, yeah.
yeah, 1 point. But we kept them there, but we just couldn't get to the try line, and that's what killed us at the end. And now for the bad parts, and there is a lot. I actually have the squad here, and I'm gonna go through them one by one.
So Flippy,
Yeah.
name shaming. That's how we do it here.
So now
Hopefully they
just
don't
to
listen, Flippy.
no. Hopefully not. I repeat, I am not an expert in any sense of matter. I'm only going most supporters I think feel.
No, just an upset supporter.
Yeah,
That's, yeah,
definitely. Very
rightly so.
upset. So Ox, Malcolm, Lowe, they started very good that first half. They scrummed the bloody hell out of the All Blacks. That one, they pushed them back, I think, a few meters almost. So you can't really fault those three up front. But from Ox and Lowe, they just, although the scrums were good, they didn't actually show up really that much. The scrums are the only part they actually did well. Eben, yeah, it wasn't a great game for me. I think he had one good run with the ball, but nothing came from it. And there wasn't support there when I think he gave it to Williams and lost it from there. Ruan Orkia, I don't know why he was so jumpy. He was offside most of the time, and we got penalized for the most of the game because of that. Just, it wasn't a good showing for me. Paul de Villiers, he disappeared going through the game. He was there in the beginning.
Started well and disappeared.
Started well and just disappeared. I can't remember when I saw him last in the game when I was watching the second half.
Yeah, I don't know if we won a turnover in that second half.
I'm not sure. I don't think we won anything. They just bullied us the whole time. Pieter-Steph, that's probably the worst game I've seen Pieter-Steph play in his career for the Springboks. He was bullied. He was getting tackled, smashed to the ground. He couldn't make his tackles, losing the ball. He was nowhere. And
that try where their winger scored and we missed 3 tackles, that killed me. I couldn't believe it. Unforgivable.
Yes.
3 missed tackles.
It was like they were too nervous to play and just they weren't ready for this game almost. And when I'm looking at the squad, I'm surprised how badly we were lost actually. Jasper Wiese, like I said, the only bright spark in that entire squad almost that day. Grant Williams, extremely slow at the breakdowns. I don't know what he was doing. Sometimes I didn't even know he knew who he was passing to. He just threw the ball out there. And yeah, it was just too slow. Like the try from Holland with the charge down, which in my eyes were actually offside. I'm not sure if you guys saw.
Yeah, but they were offside the whole time. The referee was in no control of that. Both sides.
Yeah, so I've seen a few posts of like players commenting like, get over it, it wasn't offside. No, he was definitely offside. In my eyes, he was offside. That should have been taken back. But yeah, we see it differently than the referee and the TMO. And we move on. Sasha, a horrible game from him. He dropped the ball so many times.
So many
errors. One after another.
He's not fit and ready yet. I think they rushed him into it, I'll be honest.
I think Mani should have started.
I agree.
I don't think Sasha was ready for this game yet, or even Pollard. And you guys know I've been critical about him, but I would have started Pollard. I would have started Pollard ahead of him if he played like this. Curtly Orange, unfortunately, going off with a head injury.
Yeah, very unlucky that.
Yeah, very unlucky. It didn't look like much. I saw the replay of it and a slight head knock to the head, but unfortunately the test came back negative.
Flippy, on that, I want to ask you something actually on that topic with when he went off. So, actually for both of you, how big an effect do you think that had playing Jesse at wing and playing who was playing in the other wing? Because Curtly went off and Cheslin went off as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but only at the end.
To the end.
Yeah,
Orange went off early.
Do you think that made quite a difference, or do you think it's not big enough to have caused us to lose the game? Obviously?
I think we have enough to cover. Like Curtly Orange is brilliant, but I think we have enough cover so his spot won't go. Like the position can be full.
It's not like our balls even made it to the wings.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think they made it like
dropped in the midfield. On the way, they were throwing these passes out of the back that doesn't find a man.
No. And I mean, and New Zealand were getting it to their wings and scoring almost every time. I mean, they were just playing around us again and again and again. You're right. I don't remember our wingers getting the ball much.
Yeah, and the only time I saw a winger get the ball was actually when Cheslin kicked or someone kicked and Cheslin chased after the ball. That's almost the only times. And maybe once or twice they actually got to the end and nothing came of it. But yeah, Damian Delenda, he was his 100th game. I think he wanted more from this game, with this 100 being he wanted to win this. But unfortunately, I think there was one good run he made, a few steps I also saw which I really liked. Again, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. Plain and simple, we needed more from him. Jesse Creel, he disappeared when he moved to the wing. He just disappeared in the game. Like
couldn't see the ball.
He just never got the ball, so he couldn't run with it. Jason Colby, like I said, great. So he played like his usual game. David Williams also played his usual game in the air. So not too many faults to find there, but still, we expected a lot more. Then the reserves, I think Andre Estreisen is one of the biggest sparks. He came on and basically scored a try. So
he just bumped the guy out of the way like he wasn't there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but even with that, he disappeared in the game as well. Like most of the players, they just
Later on.
disappeared. Marco van Staden, his yellow card,
What?
I'm still confused on why he got a yellow
Yeah.
card. I'm not sure
Just
what
after the
really
head knock on one of our players,
Yeah,
the tackle, which I felt, penalty at least. And then he
Mm.
gets pinged at the breakdown, playing the 9, gets sent off, and then
I thought that was insanely harsh compared to that they had 4 penalties in the first half at the breakdown on their trial and that nothing happened. So I found that
Yeah.
extremely. I mean, Kobus Reinach deservedly unacceptable, but I did think it was Eskom's one was weird.
yeah, I couldn't because what was it? Was it Royko that I think he picked up the ball and he got tackled and there was no ruck or anything. So I don't understand why it was cynical, but yeah, like it's dead of the game. You can't get a yellow card there. Kobus Reinach, I don't know what he was thinking, knocking the ball in that position.
it was
We're
very
already a
cynical.
man down. Of course, he's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
The big thing is it's 5 tries to 1 try. That's not a
Yeah,
marginal difference. In the game, you saw New Zealand. I saw in the Haka the passion. They were fired up. I mean, I could see it
Yeah.
in their faces. And just every chance they got a penalty, they're not going for those 3 points. They are going to the corner.
yeah,
Obviously, the big difference in the game is New Zealand actually taking their chances. I mean, they're entering
Yeah.
the 22 and they're walking away with not even 3 points. They're walking away with a 7-pointer. I think there were only a few occasions where we were able to stop them once they got into that red zone. So that was the big kudos to New Zealand, taking those
Yeah.
chances. After our one, we got in so many positions where we could have maybe gone for the line-out maul, but we obviously the strategy going for those 3 points, but then right after the kickoff, like one after the 3 points, we get that charge down try from Fabian Holland. I mean, that's a swing of just 4 points
Yeah.
there. And that really hurt us. But even though in the first half, I think our forwards were dominant. I mean, those scrums were incredible. Even on their
Incredible.
throw in, we were scrumming them
Smacked
into
them.
the ground.
Yeah.
So
And
that
even in the
was
lineouts.
yeah.
Even the lineouts, we actually won so many of their lineouts as well. Even jumping
Yeah.
there,
Jeben was good in the lineouts. Yeah.
it was good in the lineout. So that's another positive, luckily.
Yeah, so the first half, I'm actually not too upset. The only big thing I did realize is we did not go for the corner as much. We took our 3 points, but then also we had more chances in that 22 where the knock-ons. I mean, that was the other thing, and
Yeah.
that maybe asked the
handling
question
errors
with
all game were infuriating.
So many.
yes, and
it
like I
was
said, the
Butterfingers
ball out of
McGee
the
was playing.
back, missing the fly off.
Yeah.
And that begs the
That's right.
question, these changes, 10, 12 per match rotation that Rassie does, is this the effect coming through, that the continuity is not there at the moment? New Zealand's attack was much more fluent, lot less handling errors. So, yeah, even with that, we were able to take the lead into halftime. And I thought, yeah, if we can just come out on the second half, just put some more pressure on it, be the first to put on points on the board. I mean, this could have been a much different game, but yeah, I'm aware in that second half, as soon as we had those penalties in the 22 and we decided to go for the scrum and New Zealand actually winning that scrum penalty, that's where I felt
Yeah.
the game shifted. I mean,
That's good. Yeah.
you could see the confidence it gave to their back. I mean, just the self-belief that, listen, we can also hold our own at scrum time. That's where I felt the momentum shifted. We could have gone for the 3 points there to even it up, but it was not to be. And from there, it actually just went downhill. I mean, you could see the guys were flustered, as you can see the game slipping away, and then just more handling errors to top it off. I mean,
We were even starting to lose scrums at the end. And the Springboks
Yes.
are known
Not
for
just
their
lose, we
scrumming.
got thumped in the scrums in
We
the
got
second half.
thumped there. So the scrums
We were
weren't
losing
working
our own
anymore. And
scrums
then,
as well. It was nuts. It was an incredible flip from the first.
and the people there, I think Steenkamp and Port, I think came on. I think Malcolm played the full 90, I believe. I'm not sure.
full 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Full
was
80.
strange. They took off Ox. They brought on Gerard Steenkamp. He was on for like 20, 25 minutes. I don't know. Took off Gerard Steenkamp and Jan Hendrik Wessel.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
had 3 loose sets on playing through the match, and Malcolm going the full 80.
Yeah.
But I mean that couldn't stop that scrum of the All Blacks. But I think that's that's still a worrying sign for the All Blacks. I think that's a quick fix on the Springbok side, and New Zealand also losing Ethan de Groot to injury. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
actually early on in this series, losing your number one scrummer or pick at the prop is going to be a big blow for
Huge
New
blow.
Zealand, especially with their scrum struggling. So yeah, that's still a big red flag for New Zealand. But the way they just handled, they knew they were going to be under pressure at scrum time, but they knew what their strengths were, and they, as soon
Yeah.
as they had the ball, I mean, they threw it to their wings. I mean, Jordan scoring again through 2 tries,
Yes.
other wings scoring a try or two. So
Bobby's
they
last
knew
goal.
what their game plan was, and then they took their chances better than the Boks. And at the end, it was comfortable. I mean, 16 points to 33. I mean, when we said maybe the Boks by about 15 to 18 points, people thought, sure, that's a big margin, but it turned out that was the margin New Zealand won with.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kudos to New Zealand as well. They had their game plan, and they stuck to it pretty
To
well.
be fair, New Zealand, they weren't that great either through the day. We were just terrible. Like the first half, we kept them away, so they were struggling, and they were still playing the game like they did in the first half. We just didn't turn up in the second half. That's basically it. It's like they weren't that great. We were just horrible.
Yeah, no, definitely Flippy. And you can see it on. We had Marnus. I think the only guy picking the All Blacks,
Wow.
jumping to first place. So kudos to Marnus,
18
Frederik,
place.
JP, Trailer. I mean, everybody I think stayed in the same position more or less. But Marnus picking the All Blacks, they just jumped straight to first place. And I think you actually get more points in the Test matches. So these midweek games, because he got I think three points.
Yeah, 3
and he
points.
didn't get the margin. So 2 for a win point, and then all of us got the 0 points as we yeah. That's yeah. I mean, what do we change now? I mean, the question is, do we stick with the current team? I don't think Rossi will. I mean, he was pretty upset as well. I thought at the post-match presentation he won't be happy. But yeah, next week in Cape Town, it just gives me flashbacks to Ellis Park and Australia that won us quite comfortably there. And then for New Zealand, we went back to Pollard. For the Cape Town game, we went back to Pollard, playing that, just getting the basics right, because that's what went wrong at the end.
I think we had huge issues at 9 and 10. I think we were a bit directionless, and I think we weren't clinical enough because of that. It's a lot of weight to put on them, of course, but it's where your whole game is based around. You know, they decide if you're controlling a game what you're doing, and I thought Sasha really, really struggled. So I don't know. Perhaps it is the way to go with, I don't know, either go Mani and Andre, as we spoke about last week, or go Andre. I mean, maybe even plays Keen Horn. You don't know. Who knows how pissed off he is, you know? But I think
No.
9 and 10 has to change. I think it has to change. I don't know who you play at 9 now. If you go with Kobus Reinach or you go with Krappies, because I see he was there. He is properly fit now. So maybe that's the way to go. But that's also huge.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be released to the Lions, Krappies and Kwan Horn for that Lions game. There were rumors that
so
might happen, but
it's quite probably going to be Andre, and deservedly so.
What do you think? Or should we change? I mean, the midfield also was very iffy. I mean, the forwards. I mean, it's hard to find fault with the forward pack. I mean, they held their own for 50 minutes. It's just after that, I mean, the whole momentum changed. But I felt, yeah, the back line. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what if we start looking at some changes at midfield, just switching it up, maybe somebody on the wing, but definitely
I think we'll get Ethan Uke in now, right? He's probably gonna.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be him or Edwil starting on the wing. I don't know.
Kanan Moody is also still there.
Yeah, maybe it is time for a bit of a change. I don't know. You obviously can't overreact too much because of one very bad game.
I think
I don't know how long, but we were very poor.
Yeah, I think we got so used to the Springboks winning, we actually forgot we can actually lose games as well. Like it wasn't a good showing, but it's still just one game. So I know me myself has been critical and in the lack of, for better words, cucking them out. But it was just one game.
Flippy. Yeah.
It was just one game. So I think we shouldn't be hopefully not worried. Maybe I know Rassi's he probably cut the guys out as well after the game. Like I can't imagine what he was said after the game to the guys, because that was horrible showing. But yeah, it's still just one game. Hopefully they can bounce back, and I think we all predicted we were going to lose one game out of the 4. So hopefully this was the one, and the next 3 is a win for us, because we just need to fix those errors. There's the basic classic Springbok error of unforced errors, dropping the ball, and when there's no pressure on us and everything. So yeah, and taking our chances. Like in this game, we went for the kicking game. Didn't work.
3 points.
Hopefully next time we go for the lineouts and maul him for the try. Use our strength.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we actually did almost score one. Malcolm Marx lost it just over the try line. But that's the beauty of a tour like this. And I mean, it's just going to set it up and build it. I mean, you can imagine going 1-1 into that third test. It would be, that would just be absolutely amazing. So I felt if New Zealand was ever going to stand a chance in this tour, they needed to win this first game, which they did. But it's a long tour, and they got some injuries. I'm not sure. I haven't heard any injury concerns out of the South African camp, but it sets up the tour beautifully. You don't just want South Africa to run away with it, or I wouldn't mind, but just for the neutral, you want some parity.
No, I think it is lovely that they did win. Also, the amount of New Zealanders, I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, Flippy, we'll see them next week when we go. But
yeah,
the amount of New Zealanders, it's unbelievable. It was crazy, honestly. There was a lovely moment when I was standing in the queue for the bar, and there was a guy in an Aussie shirt and an English guy in an English shirt, right? And then someone screamed at him across the bar, and they said, "You're at the wrong stadium. You must be next door." And honestly, the whole place just cackled. Honestly cackled at these guys. It was the most Ellis Park thing I've ever seen. This is while they're pouring clippies at the bar. I mean, it's Ellis Park at its best. But yeah, no, honestly, I think it's makes for an incredible tour with the amount of fans being here. I think it's so cool. I think New Zealand, there will be a lot of New Zealanders there in Cape Town. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, everyone's invested at the moment. New Zealand, they feel, okay, listen, they one win away and from actually making some history here, and then South Africa's like, we knew we had them at the first half, but then we can just fix those little stuff and let's get it back to 1-1, and then it's all to play for. But before we get to that second,
1 point isn't always convincing, especially if we're playing the All Blacks. So we just need to extend that lead a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's not called the greatest rivalry for no reason. I mean, that's one of my I'm actually glad for New Zealand rugby as just as a neutral or as a fan of their brand, that they just showing, listen, we still the All Blacks, we're dangerous, and we can win anyone on our day.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm starting to feel for the Lions on Tuesday at
Ellis
Ellis Park, because with the momentum that New Zealand's currently going at, 4 wins from 4 on this tour. Lions, not sure, but obviously I don't think anyone that played over the weekend will play in that Lions game for New Zealand. I think they'll rotate the whole team, but I'm not sure what to pick here. Again at Ellis Park, New Zealand looked to find the conditions actually quite nice. So it's going to be, I think, a high-scoring one. And I mean, what do you guys think is going to happen here?
Yeah, I think New Zealand's still going to win this game. The Lions, they also have their up and downs, but I think Lions are still going to lose. New Zealand, even with their backup squads here,
Lions by 6.
Jokes.
Lock.
It didn't work out for me in the Currie Cup, but we'll get to that.
I don't know if we'll get to that. You'll see what I also did today. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we'll talk about that. No, I think it could be big this. Yeah, I think I might even go by more. I might go New Zealand by 50. I think this could be very big. The way they're playing, the confidence, so there'll probably be 1 or 2 people playing. I think probably maybe Josh Murby will play, but goodness me.
All the other guys,
Yeah, Richie Mo'unga will probably score 20 points himself.
Yes, I mean, when we forget there's some players from New Zealand that can get back into the team, like you said, Richie Mwanga, and yeah, many still think he is the best fit for that fly-off position. So it will be nice to see that. Yeah, but I think we can all agree that New Zealand's gonna put some points here, but you never know. The Lions always a dark horse. Obviously, still preseason for them. That's why I won't think they should be too much of a yeah. I mean, I think they can still do something, but I think yeah, maybe Rassie releases some of the Springboks, Krappies, Kwan Horn, and then I mean the Lions, they are dangerous on their day, but preseason continuity is going to be an issue, and you can expect some mistakes from them. So I think, yeah, I
Yeah.
think New Zealand should win it comfortably, even though they're going to rotate the whole team.
Yeah, and I
Um,
don't think Rassie's going to release Trappist Okyuan after the display this weekend. I think they'll use this week to actually get their mind straight and see who's ready for that position. So Trappist, I think his mind will be on playing next weekend rather than playing the Lions, I think. So, because I think
yeah,
he's very underrated in that number 9 position, and I would love to see him start.
yeah, no,
I mean,
yeah,
imagine he starts him and Keanon at fly-off. That would be
That
incredible.
would be brilliant, actually. They know how to play with each other. They played the whole
Yeah.
URC next to each other, so that would be a great combination.
Wow.
And we now know Williams and Sasha is not a viable connection anymore.
no,
Just
Yeah,
they didn't seem to work together. I mean, Sasha was doing his usual thing of trying to do everything, which greatly pissed me off. But I don't know, they just seemed to be out of sync with each other. It was quite
yeah,
weird to see.
yeah,
But I don't know how many games they've actually played together, those two.
yeah.
yeah,
I
Doesn't
can't
Sasha
really.
normally play with Kobus Reinach?
I think
exactly.
so.
He
Yeah,
does, and Grant with Marnie, and then Krappies with Pollard. So that was
Exactly.
the strange. Everyone thought
Very
maybe if he
strange.
did play Sasha, Reinach would start, but I mean,
Exactly.
Rassi obviously doing it, yeah, aware of his decision. He's not just, I think, blindly choosing the combination. So obviously, he's just choosing to see if it can work. I think because we still have a World Cup next year, and we need to get the test on combinations. And we know Rassi's want to experiment even in big games. And yeah, finally maybe experiment not working out for us. But yeah, then this weekend, like we mentioned, yeah, hopefully the great equalizer to go up
yeah.
1-1. What do you guys think? Are you still positive the Boks can take the W here, or are you still feeling New Zealand with the Cape
Cape
supporters, the Cape
Crusaders, yeah.
Crusaders? Yeah, them extra support, extra momentum, some belief. Do you think they'll pose a threat? What do you guys think? Are you more 50-50 here, or are you still believing, look, the Boks can bounce back? Or are you waiting to see the team? How are you guys feeling?
To be fair, South Africa has shown us that they need to lose one game to
Yeah.
win. So I'm hoping this was the one game they had to lose to actually win the rest. Because looking back at the previous World Cup and even the World Cup before that, we had to lose one game to actually win. So this, even with all my critics earlier, I think we're going to win this game, and I'm pretty confident with this because I think Rassi's going to fix all the problems, hopefully, for the coming game and
Yeah,
sort out all those rough edges we clearly showed in the previous game.
yeah,
I think this game is so big. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
massive.
It's if they win this one, we could get a whitewash. I would not be too surprised. But if
Mm,
we win it again, the momentum shifts massively, and then it
Yeah,
sets
the
up
morale.
the game in Soweto beautifully. So I think we'll take it. I do think so. I think that there will be some fury. We'll probably see the Booker come back properly, but I don't think will be by much. Varys, I don't know if Flippy told you, but yeah, he's also got a ticket to the rugby now.
What are you guys
So,
at the game? What? I
yeah,
heard something sneaky about we'll see them next weekend, and I
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
How do you
So
lekker, man?
yeah, so we're gonna obviously be there, catch it live. But yeah, I think Booker by Bokke by 12.
That's a South African supporter. I mean, you've got to
We
pick
love
the
our
Boks
backs
here
against the
to
wall.
win.
We love
Yeah,
it.
I think, and I would have been, not nervous, but like lose is sometimes good just to
Yeah.
humble even the supporters.
Bring us
And
back down to earth.
you can't go into a World Cup with a 20-game winning streak. I mean,
No.
That sounds like
somewhere
bad luck,
along
a
the
bad
line,
karma.
yes, I'll rather lose a game now, and even if
Yeah.
it's against New Zealand,
Yeah.
they played well. We lose the game now, but it's still a big series ahead. And I also believe, even like I said, we still have the dominance at scrum time. I think we still have the dominance at set piece, line out. It's some small things we can just tweak. So yeah, I also think we'll take this one by 10 points against the All Blacks. I'm curious to see the team late in the week, but I think whatever team Rassie picks should be able to get the job done. All of them are experienced, so hoping so much for the Boks to just equalize it, and then we'll then I mean it just sets it up beautifully for that soccer city. Yeah,
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go confidently with a 15. I think this game was a wake up call. They need to get their ducks in order. Hopefully, not too reliant on the scrums. I know we are good in scrums, but I feel like we are over reliant on it. Like pushing for that scrum penalty, and we saw it against Ireland. I think we got maybe I'm not sure. Did they give a yellow card in that game against
they did.
Ireland? Did they? Because I think we were aiming for that again this time around when we were scrumming in front of their try line, and this time it didn't work.
Backfired.
So backfired heavily. So hopefully not too reliant on it, and maybe this time we'll see the backs running with the ball a little bit. I would love to see that because there was no running with the
Yeah.
ball, and so we know we are strong. We have strong runners, but give the back line the ball. Do we have
We have beautiful
fast,
backline.
speedy runners there in the back? Cheslin, Orange, Kirtley, Jesse Creel also speedy on his day. Alenda, you can also step as we all saw this weekend. So give the Oaks the ball. Give the forwards a little bit of break because I think they just got tired because they had
think
to
they got
run with the
tired, I
ball
agree.
the whole bloody game. So yeah,
Exactly.
but still confidence 15.
No, like a flippy. Yeah, it brings us to our al dente moment of the week, guys. Obviously with the Boks losing, yeah, what's your guys? What was your moment of the week? Was there one?
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one. I'm going to take my moment of the week, Jasper Wiese's performance on the weekend. That's my
Yeah,
moment. He
was
was a
solid.
beast. That runs he made, the breaks he did, you can't fault it.
He's putting his name up for me for
Yeah.
early shout for World Player of the Year this
Yeah.
year. I mean, he's really one of the best going around at the moment.
Yeah, he made that position. And he had some big pair of shoes to fill with Dwayne Vermeulen on his back.
No, I think moment of the week was simply just Taka. It was just
No,
honestly breathtaking. I was standing there with goosebumps just watching it. It was something else. You could see how much effort what it meant, how much effort was put into it. It really was something. Even see, I was standing next to the field, standing watching it, not sitting down either. It was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, congrats to New Zealand. They've made this an amazing tour.
yeah, it's the I think the Kappa Pango Haka, and I obviously reserved that one for the big occasions. But I could see in that Haka, Peter, they were super fired up.
Yeah, they were riled up.
I don't know if you guys would have seen it on TV, but what happened as well, right after the haka, Rassie went back onto the field and called a huddle, and they exchanged some very stern words just off the field, which I thought was quite interesting. You never see that before a game, really. You know, they do their talking. But yeah, it was unbelievable. He called them all apart, and now you could see it was immediately like, wow, this is big.
Maybe Rassie called them together to say, actually say, lose this game, so it makes it the rivalry more interesting.
Sure, Flippy. Here we go, eh?
I think that's the reason we lost.
Yeah, but my moment of the week was also just having the All Blacks back to their best. Yeah, like I said, as a supporter, also as at our biggest rival. I mean, I love to see them back and running again. World Rugby needs a strong All Blacks team. They, after the Scott Robinson, they went through some dark times, almost like us during the 2016 to 28 era. They were struggling and things didn't work out I'm happy for them to finally get some momentum and playing some good rugby, some All Black running rugby. Always great for the fans. Always beautiful tries. Yeah, my moment of the week goes out to them, and yeah, it would make it much more satisfying now to take the W from them in the next couple of games. I mean, there's no excuses. They playing well.
Yeah.
We can definitely get one back, and yeah, but goes out to them. So yeah, just for the fans, they can comment which moment they think was their moment of the week, or
Or
which
if I
one of
was too
ours
harsh on
they
them.
enjoyed the most. But yeah, so some other rugby today was Currie Cup. How did that go, guys?
I'm
I
the only
watched.
one who picked Boland, so it did
Yeah.
not go well, that is.
I think I might have
My
overtaken you
goodness.
there, Peter.
Yeah, I'm pissed off about the Currie Cup. I'm genuinely pissed off by the Currie Cup. I've
Yeah,
had a stink of a weekend again, on my word. I've even been dropping out of don't think I'm even in the top 3 anymore with the tipping either. It's been just a shit
Or
weekend
the
for
NPC,
most of it. Yeah,
but New Zealand's Currie Cup version,
yeah.
yeah.
No, it's
yeah,
Yeah,
been
we
you
can
were
have
top there
a.
for a while, just disappeared there.
I know, I know. I started so well. I got overconfident. It's the Tour de France all
Do we
over
have a
again.
yellow clap Flippy here? Am I seeing this
Lekker
correctly? What's
flippy.
this, Flippy?
I unfortunately don't have a yellow cap like Barry, but I'll take it. Yo, I'm gaining some speed there. I'm closing in on Peter there.
Flippy, he's got a yellow cap, but he's still 14th.
Yeah, just show you how I've been struggling. But yeah, I'm gaining. I'm 1 point behind Barry. Coming in there.
I see
Okay.
Albert is dropping out the top as well now.
Yeah,
Uh,
Albert's losing some momentum. But it was yeah, I mean, with a draw as well, so nobody getting points there. The first game of the weekend, the Griek was just again confirming why I think they might win this year's Currie Cup. They are on red hot form, and let me see if I can select it
They were
here.
very good against the Pumas. Goodness me.
Yeah, I mean, some picked the Pumas to win, but I think the Griquas only lost their first game and they're on a 5-6 game winning
yeah.
streak at the moment. Yeah, VP, and this
You
is my
they
other one. I actually this was the one I locked on the episode last weekend, and
yeah.
Yeah,
VP absolutely destroyed the Bulls at home. I mean, this is embarrassing if you're a Bulls fan. They have not
terrible.
gotten a win this whole season, and I mean, round 7 is next weekend. Then they go winless the Currie Cup. I'm not sure if that has ever happened
And
to
the
the Blue
average
Bulls.
Stormers team beat them like this,
Yeah,
very
but the
average
Yeah.
Stormers.
Stormers did look dangerous, and I feel they might be pushing for a top
Playoff.
4 position. Yeah,
Late
for a
thirds.
playoff spot. They actually looked very good. Marcus Miller playing some good rugby. They new fly off played a brilliant game. Their one new wing looks fire. So the Stormers actually did impress me, and they doing a late push for a playoff spot. Yeah, Sharks, Lions, that was a bit in between. Yeah, I mean, only some margin points for somebody. Yeah, it
I think
just
Lions were ahead in this game. They actually were
mm,
winning, and I think just Sharks
Yeah.
pulled it back.
and then yeah, Cheetahs Boland. I mean, Boland after a couple of games on the road, I think this one was just one too many. And the Cheetahs, yeah, I mean, just strengthening their position on the log. So the Griquas and I think the Cheetahs, they probably should have qualified by now. Yeah, the Stormers can push for that number 4 spot. And then, yeah, I mean, the Pumas are still in a position, I think, also to make that playoffs. But yeah, the last round, let's just have a quick look. We've got Lions against the Viepia, but the Lions playing at home. Just show you guys, I think that's going to be an interesting one. I think the Viepia with their week's performance, I think they actually might win this one. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think they are going to
Sharks,
push for that playoff position.
yes, they have a lot of to play for, but even the Lions, I think they might
Yeah.
also, yeah, it's going to be tight. Um, but yeah, Bulls, I don't
Oof.
think, I think,
Yeah, they're out.
yeah, I don't think here's going to be any way out for them. I mean, just a
Although the
disastrous
Sharks have
season
been
for them.
struggling. I mean, they've very much
Mm,
been struggling. But I mean, the Bulls are just on a different
Yeah.
level of poor at
Look,
the
they're
moment.
struggling, and then there's the then there's the Bulls at the moment. Oh my
Yeah,
word, they not when the last at the Bulls, and even them losing
terrible.
to the All Blacks. I mean, it's just losing streaks galore. in
Yeah, it's not
Pretoria.
what you want to see.
Nice one. Also, playoff spots alive for the Pumas. So they'll put everything into this game. And I think they'll probably should or would want to walk away with a win. They did lose
Tough to beat the
against the
Tinos, though.
Griquas
They are looking really, really good. So
Yeah, red hot
consistent.
form.
Cheetahs. Yeah, it's the Cheetahs and the Griquas for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Boland's going to give everything. But
Yeah.
knowing the Griquas' form at the moment, yeah, I'm not sure. I think the Griquas might even hand out a spanking here. So, yeah, the Wellington crowd's
In
not going to
Wellington,
like that.
you think
In
they'll
Wellington.
beat them in Wellington on a Sunday?
I think they've actually won, and it's again on a Sunday.
Yeah, I
So,
might pick Boland. It's at home on a Sunday. I don't know. Those black labels are going to be flowing.
yeah. But yeah, it's nice matches, and I think quite an enjoyable Currie Cup up to
If
this
you actually
moment.
go to
After
that game, that will actually be incredible.
The Springboks on a Saturday and Boland
Oh,
Griquas on a Sunday.
come on,
Blitz
guys,
Doesn't sound
down.
bad.
one for the just one for the Wellington locals.
Yeah,
It's at 3 o'clock Sunday. Yeah, just
that would
a
actually be epic.
nice
Yeah,
end to the weekend. But
exactly.
no, I think it's been an enjoyable Currie Cup to date, and I think it's going to be nice the playoffs. Yeah, just another year in the Currie Cup rounded off almost. It's just crazy. It just flies by if you're not looking at it. But definitely an asset to SA Rugby. So yeah,
Absolutely.
we'll see what happens then. Lots of places on the leaderboard to still jump. I mean, just to get out of that. Yeah, we should maybe do a relegation, drop some of that. Yeah, and then some cricket news. Flippy, your favorite?
Yay.
Australia bouncing back against Bangladesh. Ugh, I get so irritated when a
Yeah,
test match finishes in 2 days. I mean,
exactly. I
I
agree. It's
think it
so
was the
stupid.
fourth, not this one. I think it was the fourth shortest test match in history.
Yeah,
I just feel it's a waste. But I mean, obviously give
Yo.
credit where credit's due. I mean, play of the match, Mitchell Starc actually just running
they
through the
make it.
Bangladeshis. I mean, at 64 and 95. That's not. I mean, you can't believe that Bangladesh won Australia in the previous match, and
I
then
know.
they,
Looked like a
just
different team.
consistent. Yeah, play of the series, Mitchell Starc, 20 runs in 12 wickets, and I believe their next test match is the one against South Africa.
Yeah,
So they're looking like they're finding some form. Mitchell Stark's looking dangerous. They'll be playing in South Africa, and yeah, their batters, have not done much. Cameron Green has been okay in the last bit. Marnus has been terrible, and then Steve
terrible.
Smith has been,
I was
yeah.
Mm.
reading about it today, thinking, is it coming to South Africa? I don't actually know. At the
Yeah, I
moment,
mean, I
not
wouldn't
really
mind if he
performing.
comes to South Africa with that form.
Yeah,
I'll be happy to receive him with open arms. Please
yeah.
give him some
Welcome back.
more game time.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy how I think we told before the 2023 Ashes, he averaged like 60 something,
yeah.
and then I saw after that his average dropped since to 20 something, 25, and he hasn't scored a century in 3 or 4 years. So yeah, that's for me. Yeah, it's strange that he's still in the team, but I won't mind having him playing against us. And then India, Sri Lanka, India in the second test going strong again. Yeah, they actually. Yeah, I thought Sri Lanka's gonna come back and
They
maybe
just
just do.
flattered to the sea, Sri Lanka. We've been hurt by them
Mm,
so many times like this. I mean,
yeah,
I've watched quite a bit of this actually. They've been very disappointing, especially their
no,
bowling's been so
yeah,
poor,
playing at home
honestly.
even.
Yeah, their bowling attack is really not
Yeah,
impressive. India have been able to have a little training match here, so yeah, it's a real pity.
yeah. So yeah, that's the news from
Who's
the
coaching
cricket
Sri Lanka
team.
nowadays?
Your Sri Lankan coach. Yeah, I'm not
I'm
sure.
not
They
sure.
do change the coaches often as
All
well.
the time.
I'm not sure if we can see it. Yeah, who's the coach? Captain's coach is Gary Kirsten.
Gary Kirsten.
Would you believe it? So
Wow.
I mean, they've got the coach, but yeah, I still remember Latiro Kumaru is actually one of the fast bowlers, but yeah, I think it's the fast bowling department that's struggling. I
Yeah.
see they've got a
Very much.
series in England. Oh, that's a T20 series coming up. ODIs, yeah. Wonder when they're playing tests again, but yeah,
Yeah.
Sri Lanka not trending in the right direction,
No.
and so yeah, that's disappointing. But yeah,
And England
not
also
too
getting
long.
off to a win. Can we have a look at that, Varis?
Yes, England also taking a win.
Root coming back strong.
Yeah. I think he did make some good points there. Let me just get the matches on here. So at round one, let's have a look at the leaderboard. Who did well? JP Trailer higher
Yeah.
again, eh?
He's on fire.
Yes, so. And then, yeah, Master of Puppets, Kufut, Bulls, Peter, solid. I think yeah, tied at third place, so top three.
Where are
Lekker.
you, Varis?
I'm
My
at
home.
14, not a lot of points behind.
Not a lot of points.
50,
Yeah.
50, and then,
And Flippy,
Flippy, yeah,
a lot of
29, eh?
points. A lot of points
Yeah.
between.
I think I'm out in this one. I don't think I'm coming back. So
You
Yeah,
had a
but
good
Root,
pick with Tang, Varis. I saw you
yeah,
picked him.
Jostang, he's like nice fast bowler, very sometimes inaccurate, but boy, when he gets it right, he's lethal. So it worked out for him. Joe Root did well. Brooke also did well.
Yeah, Harry Brook
And then
batted really
Gus
nicely.
Atkinson, I think almost everyone picked him,
Yeah,
and I think he did okay-ish. And then yeah, I
even
mean
Flippy.
Pakistan actually just did horrible. Flippy, what did you pick? Okay, this
yeah.
one. Flippy likes to pick the wicket keepers because he
Yeah,
gets the points for catches.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
exactly.
it didn't work out this time. And Abbas didn't do
Abbas,
much.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that was
yeah,
confident picking the Pakistanis, but
yeah.
yeah,
I was disappointed in them. And then the second game coming up, but I think they didn't they win by more than by almost 10 wickets.
yeah, no,
Um,
it was a bit of a beating at the end.
yeah, it was proper. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
have to
think
get some medals. I'm fourth in the medal table this year. It's not really poor.
yeah, but there's always the other one on. It's the F1. That was also on this
I'm
weekend.
definitely not near medal territory with that.
I'm actually in the top three. Luckily, we can just
Really?
have a look
Okay.
at the table here. What's actually happening? So yeah, looking at the leaderboard, we got Hugo,
Yo, lekker
Kufut,
werk, lekker Flippy.
but even
Yeah, I got a
close.
yellow cap again.
Flippy, yo, you should buy yourself a yellow cap. I mean, it's been your weekend.
Oh, I'm not that far behind. Okay, it's still
Yeah,
doable. I think
Nah,
Dave is out, but yeah.
I think
yeah,
these
I think
rest.
Peter. I don't think they're picking anymore. So I think you're dead
No, but
last.
Dave joined, I think last
Late.
week. Yeah. So I don't understand. I don't know why the points he accrued before doesn't count. I think they should probably do that because it doesn't really matter. But like, I think it should do that. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, standings. Yeah, Kimi Antonelli still running the show. I wonder who won the race. I'm not
I
sure.
think it was
Lando.
Norris.
Norris. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but unlucky for Verstappen. Flippy, you said I think he crashed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this
I
is in
saw
the
the clip of
final
that.
Zandvoort, yeah, race in the Netherlands. A couple of people I knew actually went to the race, and yeah, I think it was a beautiful, yeah, a good. I thought it's a nice circuit, but they look to switch it around. Next we've got the Italian one. It's always a nice one for the Ferrari fans.
Exactly. Mm,
And I've got that extra pressure to do well there. But yeah, I think it's going okay, yeah, for myself at least, picking these. And then
Yeah, and
actually
I'm
I
close
went,
on your heels.
yeah, we'll see, Flippy. Also this weekend I went to actually watch a soccer match between FC Den Bosch and FC Eindhoven. That was also pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
what was the score?
And score was I think 5-1 or 5-2.
Oh, wow.
Bosch
PSG.
actually went, no, not the PSV. It's this other club in Eindhoven that plays in the league below. So they have
Okay.
another club here in Eindhoven, and then Den Bosch, the main club in Den Bosch. But yeah, it's just a smaller stadium. I believe it just gives an incredible atmosphere. And I just at the game thought some of these big rugby stadiums the Lions play at, yeah, I just feel they're missing a trick here, having a smaller stadium
I
and getting
agree.
the vibe there. I mean, it's just incredible. How do you guys feel? I mean, do you think we should play some matches at the smaller stadiums
Yeah.
just to get the
Mm.
vibe going? I
I mean,
mean,
the difference of being at Ellis Park, an old school stadium that's built just straight up, that the atmosphere in that place, it was honestly so ridiculous. The noise during that the national anthem, the noise levels are
yeah,
just
I can
insane.
imagine.
So yeah, I mean, Greenpoint Stadium is incredibly beautiful. Don't get me wrong; it's probably one of the most beautiful ones out there, and the fact that you can walk all the way around, I mean, it's magnificent. But I think it will never have that atmosphere of Newlands or
Liberland.
Ellis Park. These small stadiums are so special. The old ones especially. I mean, with Ellis Park, it's nuts. The amount of concrete. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it's so old school and it really holds the cold, but also holds the sound so well. It's truly something else.
I was devastated when they closed down Newlands. I remember so many games going there, just enjoying it, the vibe, the gees, the everything. Like you can't get that anywhere else. Although
Crying
Greenpoint
next to the
Park,
field and stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
they did it at Ellis Park as well.
yeah.
Everyone's
I think
crying
they,
next to the road
I,
and
yeah. I think there was a school nearby that actually opened their rugby field, and
yeah,
people
grote
parked there,
skier.
and
Yeah,
then everyone with their braai grids and telling them
exactly.
whatever they're just
Incredible.
frying
Absolute
there.
vibe.
So it was a vibe, and you're closing it. I understand why they did it. Like the focus
Yeah.
was shifting to the DHL stadium, but still, I think they should have kept it open. It was just
For the smaller
even
games, I don't know. I
yeah,
don't
the
know what the
smaller
Yeah.
games.
capacity was at Newlands, but it was also a pretty big
Yeah,
stadium when you
35
compare
maybe.
it.
It was not huge.
Yeah,
How much was
but
Den
yeah,
Bosch then? Like 20.
Yeah, then yeah, I'll actually check, but I think it's about 20,000. And I mean, and even if it's not, if you got 10,000 there, I mean, it's surely incredible atmosphere because if you get 10,000 in or 20,000 even in Ellis Park, it looks like it's an empty stadium.
Yeah.
And
No, exactly.
but yeah, how incredible is that Soccer City match gonna be the last against New Zealand? That's gonna be,
It's
well, I
gonna be
think that's
nuts.
the 88,000 or how much is that?
Yeah, exactly. And in Soweto, I mean, I think it's just gonna be magnificent.
For the decider. I mean, I'm super
Exactly.
amped for that.
Well, let's hope for the decider, that is.
Yeah, let's hope, guys. I'm going on an how do you say it, an hike in the Italy this weekend. So much I'll be watching that
Yeah,
match.
when you gonna watch
Hopefully
the rugby?
I think we'll be done on that Saturday, so I'm gonna be in an Irish pub somewhere to watch that game. So yeah, let's hope for that. And yeah, I think we're gonna catch up and just watch and then yeah, just go to the forts. But I think you guys are gonna have an amazing time actually at the game. Yeah, watching.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the atmosphere is gonna be incredible. I think there's gonna be a lot of anger and frustration and revenge talk. So very excited for that. I think it's gonna be crazy. I mean, we planning to start our day with a little braai before we take the train in as
Yes,
well.
sir.
So we'll definitely get there very excited. I'll tell you that much. Maybe stop at a few bars on the way. We're
Mm,
gonna do the old school, the fan walk. I mean,
yes,
enjoy
of
enjoy
course.
the greatness of what the 2010 World Cup left us.
Yeah, they're picking off where they left off.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I think I'm not sure if was the game. No, that was if you guys watched the live game, but I thought I was getting superstitious this weekend because I didn't wear my Springbok jersey because were at the braai. It was this one actually hanging here. Every time I've worn this thing, the Boks haven't lost, and then I
That
didn't
is
wear it this.
very. So it was you. It was
so. That
you.
is
Sorry,
you say
guys.
you're not really superstitious. You're just a little stitious.
I'm just a little stitious, exactly. So I
Oh
was just
exactly.
thinking,
When
but
let me
yeah,
tell,
I'm
I'll tell
sure
you
the
guys
box. I
something.
watched many games with that I did not wear the jersey where the box won, but since I've worn this one, they haven't lost. So
Look, I
I'll be
don't think
sure
it's
to.
fully your fault, Varis. There was these South Africans sitting in front of us at the stadium, and they said to us, they're going to this game, they're coming to Cape Town, they're going to go to the third one, and then they're going to go to Baltimore. And they kept telling us, like, and these guys were, I mean, yeah, everything was just but like, it was quite hilarious, to be honest. And I kept trying to not giggle at them. But then they kept saying to me, the Bokke have never lost when I've watched them. We've never, ever, ever lost. And after the game, he got so mad and he was swearing at all the New Zealanders around him. And he kept screaming at them. Are we gonna? I'll check him at the game on Saturday. But he kept screaming 4. He kept screaming like 4 World Cups, 4 World Cups. He kept screaming at the Oaks, and the guys, sit down, sit down, sit down. It was, it was. So it's not just your fault. A couple of ducks were broken for sure.
No, it's exactly. Yeah, but
What can
guys,
you do?
let's hope for the Boks. I genuinely believe that we can bounce back. We got to give props to New
Absolutely.
Zealand. They did well, and then we're gonna catch up next week. Hopefully, heading into a 1-1 decider at the Soccer City. So yeah, enjoy the game, and then we'll catch up again next week. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, just another cherry on top from this whole losing weekends. After the dismal display of the Springboks, I switched over to Spurs, Tottenham, and just like I was already angry
glad
with
to
the
bring this
Springboks,
up.
and then switching
God.
channels to watch them get battered by bumblebees. For those who
3-0
don't know, that's
Bumblebees.
Brentford.
They lost
Brentford,
3-0 to Brentford on the
3-0.
first weekend of the
Oi,
weekend.
Flippy.
3-0.
And we 3-0 after we spent what 250 mil on new players, and
Yeah, Flippy,
So,
I'm so
yeah.
glad you brought this up. I completely forgot to bring this up.
Yeah,
It was
it
a
was a low light moment of the week.
yeah, I think we
yeah.
should start that one next time.
Don't worry, Flippy. It can't get
It's
much
going to be
worse
every
than
week
this.
Tottenham games.
Yeah, same old for Spurs, Flippy. What you gonna do?
Yeah, you can't take the Spursy out of us.
No,
Yeah, you got to take it easy, Flippy.
Yeah,
goodness. Don't worry, Flippy. We don't have to watch them this weekend.
no, I'm not going to. I'll start watching them again when they start winning.
Just become an Arsenal fan. You're always welcome, Flippy.
No,
You're always welcome.
never.
We
Never,
welcome you with
never,
open
never.
arms.
Open
No,
arms, Flippy.
I can be honest, I was hate watching Arsenal play. I was hoping commentary like pulled something back there.
Why? Why are people so anti-Arsenal? When we went to go watch at a pub after we played football, and I had one verbally abusing me. I won't repeat everything he said here, but we were literally about 8 guys watching the football, and he just said, we could just bleep this out. I've never spoken to this guy in my life, and I was just standing there like, what? What just happened? It's like 20
He's lonely
minutes.
at the top.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it is lonely at the top, but that was the one perk of this
Lonely
weekend.
at the bottom as well. Yes, see.
It's actually
To be
the
fair,
Spurs highlights. The Spurs highlights just went on my TV now. Funnily enough,
No, there's
It's
no
always listening.
highlights. No, don't watch them. There's no highlights. Trust me. But yeah, Peter, on that, I think we celebrated Sibuya staying up more than you did winning the league. So I think there were more celebrations of us staying up than you winning, actually.
No. London is red, Flippy. Don't worry. But all right, guys.
Gents, we'll speak again next weekend. And then, we hope for the Boks to win. Cheers,
Okay,
guys.
yeah. Cheers.